Good morning. I am Professor Irfan Shukr, peace be upon you. This lesson uses a novel method of MCQ based online teaching sessions. It is a part of series of lessons on my YouTube channel Shukr Education. SHUKR Shukr Education. The topic is adult learners andragogy. This is an MCQ. What are the 5 assumptions of adult learners according to Knowles? A. Dependence, conformity, receptivity, passivity, and reliance on external motivation. B. Independence, self-concept, experience, readiness to learn, and orientation to learning. C. Resistance to change, reliance on rote memorization, fear of failure, conformity, and passivity. And D. Eagerness to conform, dependence on external motivation, limited life experiences, and receptivity to authoritative instruction. Note down, what do you think is the correct option? A, B, C, or D? Malcolm Shepard Knowles was perhaps the central figure in the US adult education in the second half of the 20th century. Knowles was convinced that adults learn differently to children, and this provided the basis for a distinctive field of inquiry. While the concept of andragogy has been in spasmodic usage since the 1830s, it was Malcolm Knowles who popularized its usage for English language readers. For Knowles, andragogy was premised on at least 4 crucial assumptions about the characteristics of adult learners that are different from the assumption about child learners on which traditional pedagogy is premised. A 5th was added later on, but it is now called also as Knowles' assumption. Knowles' 5 assumptions of adult learners or andragogy. Development of self-concept. Initially, a person's self-concept is dependent, reflecting a reliance on others and external factors. Over time, there is a transition towards becoming self-directed individual, indicating increased independence and autonomy. Accumulation of experience. The individual gathers experience over time. These experiences serve as a growing resource for learning and contribute to the person's overall reservoir of knowledge. Readiness to learn, which is the 3rd one. Readiness to learn and social roles. The person's readiness to learn is increasingly aligned with the developmental task associated with their social lives, their social roles. This implies that an individual's mature, their focus on learning becomes more attuned to the specific responsibilities and expectations related to their societal roles. Shift in time perspective. Initially, there might be a tendency to postpone the application of knowledge. As maturity progresses, there is a shift towards immediate application, signifying a change in time perspective. The transition from subject-centeredness to problem-centeredness. In the early stages, learning may be more subject-centered, focused on specific disciplines or areas of studies. With maturation, the orientation toward learning shifts to a problem-centered approach, emphasizing practical application and problem solving skills. And what about motivation? The motivation to learn is described as internal. This suggests that the drive to acquire knowledge and skills comes from within the individual rather than being solely influenced by external factors. In summary, the process outlined indicates a progression from dependence to independence in self-concept, an accumulation of experience as a valuable learning resource. Third, an alignment of learning with social roles. Fourth, a shift from delayed to immediate application of knowledge. Fifth, a move from subject-centered to problem-centered learning and an internal motivation for learning. I repeat, as the person matures with age, it becomes more independent. An accumulation of experience occurs in that person, which acts as a valuable resource for learning and application. Learning becomes in line with the social roles or his responsibilities and duties, and a shift to the immediate application of application, and move from subject-centered learning to a problem-centered learning. Remember, this narrative reflects the psychological and educational development of an individual over time. Now, coming back again to the MCQ, what are the 5 assumptions of adult learners? So, what do you think is the correct answer? Obviously, it's B or Bravo, because if you see B, it is telling you this thing: as the person is maturing, it is becoming independent in self-concept, experience is increasing in him, there is readiness to learn, and the orientation to learning has changed to problem solving and to fulfill the roles. There are educational implications. As an adult matures in age, then the person becomes practical and result oriented. One doesn't like theory without application. A person tends to become less open-minded. It becomes more resistant to change. Maturity and profound experiences usually lead to rigidity. A person becomes a deep learner and invests more time in learning to acquire more integrative and pragmatic knowledge. So therefore, to summarize, what are the education implications which are based on Knowles' assumptions are: emphasizes practicality and results, prefers applied knowledge over theoretical concepts, tends to be less open-minded, demonstrate resistance to change, often associates maturity and profound life experiences with rigidity, engages in deep learning, investing significant time to acquire integrative and pragmatic knowledge. Proceed with a lesson discussing the distinctions between andragogy and pedagogy on the Shukr Education YouTube channel. Thank you very much. May you have a good day.